Hi, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are aware of any videos that I post and when I go live. If you like the content on the channel, definitely support via Cash App. Thank you in advance. Um, any other housekeeping? Okay, that's all I can think of. All right, let's jump into it. I'm coming here quickly to drop a little bit of knowledge about screening process. So, as I have detailed throughout various videos within the dating advice series, I pretty much ask very similar or the same questions to all men who approach me who want my time, attention, and affection. One of them is, what do you like to do for fun around town? One of them is like, what is your intention with dating me? And then another question is just very important. It's like, what is your ideal first date with me? Or like, how would you like the first date to go? Now, I will get lots of, I don't know, let me see, maybe we can meet up at coffee, or maybe we could have a drink and just see how it goes. Uh, I have another video about somebody who was talking about Chili's. I've been asked to meet at parks. I've been asked to meet in a plaza outside at no particular place. And to all of those questions, it's always no. And it really helps to have like a process because if you make exceptions for people who you think, oh well, I really like him, or oh he has a really good job, or oh he lives in a really good zip code. Let me go ahead and lower my standards for him because you never know. Or oh, he's really cute, so I'll go ahead and meet him for coffee. Or oh, I really da 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 da. So let me drop my standards. That's how you end up kind of in dusty situations. Oh, did I tell y'all about the date with the Mexican guy? I think I did. I briefly told you about that. It was like, he wasn't very narcissistic. So in 2021, and we're almost through with this year, in 2021, I have had a total of two so dates. I've had two dates that were like not worth writing home about. Um, one of them was way earlier in the year. I think it was around May or June or something. I don't know. I made a video on it called "'Twas a Bad Date." And then the other bad date that I had was a couple of days ago with this Mexican guy because he was very narcissistic. But it was at a great restaurant, you know what I'm saying? So, and both of them actually were in really great restaurants. And it wasn't like that they were dusty or that they couldn't pay or anything like that. It's just their personality for me was too narcissistic. I have a threshold. I have a very defined threshold of like how much narcissism I can stand. And I can't tolerate too much of it. I can tolerate some of it, but I cannot tolerate too much of it. So both of those guys, one of them was African and one of them was Mexican. They were both really high on the narcissistic spectrum, and I just couldn't stand it. I think that that's not bad. Like, how many dates have I been on in 2021? Too many to count. Like, I've been on a lot of fabulous dates, and many of them have included shopping or whatever, spa days, just amazing experiences. I've been to a good number of fabulous restaurants in my city due to going on great dates. So I would say that 2021 has been a success. And how has it been a success? Because I have honed my screening process. That's how. So it's been a little, well, I won't say dry. I won't say dry. It's been nice and steady. Um, it's been, oh, let me get off of the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi thing. But what was I saying about the dates? I would say it's very steady because I do have new people coming in, a couple. I have a couple of new guys that I'm dating, that I'm like interested in dating. One new guy on that I'm interested in or whatever. I'm entertaining him. Um, and then I have my steady guy that I'm continuing to see. He already sent me reservations for this weekend, as well as tickets to a show he got us. So he is um, just remaining a steady guy in my life. And then I have other guys that I'm talking to. So what can I say? It works. So I ask every guy the same question. What what do you have in mind for the first date? I may get 20 guys that say coffee, a drink, I don't know, we'll see, or they're not even trying to book a date at all. They just want to they just want to be talking to you. And I've explained it, but let me explain it again for those who are new to the channel, who God knows where I mentioned this because it could be buried into a 2-hour live and I don't even know where to point you to. So just in case you missed it before, I will tell you a lot of these guys will sit up and waste your time. They will talk and talk and talk to you and they have no intention of dating you anytime soon. There could be a couple things going on. Number one, their rotation is already full, but they want you in the wings for when somebody falls off, and then they have time to include you into their rotation. Um, they could be in a relationship and they just need an ego boost. Some guys start to feel undesirable within their relationship and they get narcissistic supply from talking to a beautiful woman via a dating app. They have absolutely no intentions of taking you out on a date, but they just want to feel desirable. These are the types of males who ask you, "Oh, what made you swipe on me? Oh, what stood out to you in my profile? Oh, what do you like about me?" These are the men who are fishing for the compliments. Yeah, those are the ones who are probably already in a relationship, but they just want a beautiful woman to tell them, "Oh, I think you're handsome. I think you're smart. I was interested in this. Oh, I was intrigued by that." And then they're just smiling and they're giddy and they have absolutely no intention of doing anything for you. So, um, that's why do not let them waste your time. And I'll say it again, do not start spending a lot of time communicating with them and whatever until they are spending money on you. That is how you screen them, through money provisions. Anybody can sit up and run their mouth for 2 hours on the phone. Anybody can chat you to death on a freaking dating app or text you to death. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Good afternoon, beautiful. How was your day? What are you up to? How was your day? Good morning, beautiful. How did you sleep? How are you doing? Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And it's an ego boost for them. But it's way different when you start talking about reservations at a nice restaurant, showing up with flowers, you know, showing up with gifts, taking you to do something that you want to do, doing little excursions around your city. Oh, then the tables turn. Then things get very different because that takes effort from him. It takes planning and it takes money. He's not going to be able to do that with everybody, but he can good morning everybody to death. You understand? Okay. So, that's how you know how many people that you're going to sit up and talk to. That's how you know how many people who are you going to actually give your time, attention, and affection to when he's putting in effort, money. I mean, like, men do not spend money on things that they do not like, period. They only spend money on things that they enjoy. They will sit up and go to Vegas and spend thousands of dollars doing like on bullshit, literally, like gambling, strip clubs, the club, window, going shopping, hotel, dining out with their boys. And they will literally, like, some males will even sponsor like one of their broke homeboys. One of their broke homeboys can be like, "Oh, I don't have any money, and oh, we're going on a guys trip to Vegas. Oh, no worry, bro, I got you. Bro, I got you." And they will literally sponsor a whole dusty dude. So it's not that they only spend money on what they desire, what they want to do. So if he's not spending any money on you, it's not that he necessarily doesn't have it all the time. It's just he don't like you that much. So why would you sit up here and slum and lower yourself down and be like, "Oh, I'm just this meek and meager person. I don't expect anything. You don't have to take me anywhere nice. You don't have to do anything nice for me. You don't have to give me anything. It's okay. I'll prove to you how loyal I am by accepting nothing of you." And that's not how it works. Okay. That might work with your homegirl and your girlfriends and your family members, but that's not how it works with men. Okay. All right. So back to the original topic. So I asked everybody the same question. I asked everybody the same question. What's your idea of a good first date? And I get a lot of bullshit answers, and those guys get eliminated because I don't have time. Well, I just looked up on one guy. I was like, well, I'll go through my same little process. I'm like, what do you want to do? And he was like, oh, I want to make reservations for us at XYZ restaurant, and they have a lounge and they have a live band, and I would da 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 da, and I'm gonna have flowers for you, and I know you're gonna be the most beautiful woman there. Ding 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 ding. We got a winner. Okay? We got a winner. Because, like, if a guy, like, in my personal experience, if a guy is not doting on me from the very beginning, it's not going to be a good situation for me. If he's not coming out the bat with his heavy hitter, it's not going to be a good situation for me. If he's like, take it or leave it, whatever. Oh, how's your day? But he's not telling me that I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful. He wants to do this, he wants to do that. Oh, he also said, oh, I want to dress nice for you. I want to da 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 da. Because I could tell you for my steady guy that I have now, that's how he came out the bat. Okay. He came out the bat swinging, okay, with his best, with his very best. So, I already know that this is promising. I mean, I'm not, I don't count my coins until they're in my account. I don't count the potential coins. I only count uh, coins that are actually deposited inside of my account. But I can tell you that just based on my experience and having conversations with guys, that when they come with that kind of energy, that energy of like, I'll dress the best, we will go to the best place. Like, you are going to be so beautiful. And like, I'm going to show you the best time ever. That's a good energy. That's a type of man you know what I'm saying, you want in, getting your time, attention, and affection because they're going to appreciate you. They really are into you and you're their type. So you need to develop a process, a screening process. Not like, what do you do? Where do you work? Where do you live? Not those kind of questions, because all women ask those kind of questions and any man can look good on paper. But you need to ask questions in a certain way to understand, how are you about to treat me? What would you like to do? How are you going to start? My godmother told me years ago, she said, a man is always going to give you his best first. A man is always going to give you his best first. So if you're starting down in the gutter, if you're starting down in the budget, in the low budget, where do you go from there? The next place after meeting for coffee is Netflixing and chilling. Like, that's the next logical step. Where do you go from the $5 cup of coffee? Where do you go from there? What's the next step? Or are you auditioning for something better, but then you never make it there? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, sissy. Hey, selfish love. You would do a live right before my meeting. All well, catch the replay, my love. Um, hey, just got out of work. Hey, y'all. Hey, child. They really be good. Morning, beautiful. You to death. They really do. I do not be responding. These tools are invaluable, showing Black women how to not waste their time. It's not personal, just moving on. Yes, please move on quickly. Move on quickly. Don't ever get caught up in any one situation that's not serving your highest and greatest good. Okay, it's not your job to be put through the ringer for a relationship because that's not how it works. Um, a man who cherishes you, A man who cherishes you, he really does try. Now, men are men. They do like fall short here and there, but they do. You can feel when they actually have the intention to please you, when they actually have the intention to impress you. It's a whole different feeling than having a guy that could take it or leave it, or who's going to do the bare minimum, who's going to try to psychologically manipulate you to make you feel insecure or make you feel different types of ways. Like, y'all, please understand my tolerance for that is 0. And you need to also have a 0 tolerance for that type of manipulation. It's very cut and dry. I mean, when a man wants you, he will literally ask about like 2 weeks in advance. What are you doing? Not this Saturday, but the next one. Even if he travels for work, whatever he has going on. It's not that you slipped his mind, it's just you're not on his mind. If he desires you, when he's landing in the airport, he's going to be texting, "Hey, just landed. Hey, I'm back." Or "Are we still on for this on Wednesday?" So you won't have to feel confused. It's a bad sign if you feel confused about where you stand with a man. Because when a man desires you and cherishes you, you always know where you stand. You always know where you stand because it's always so obvious. Leading to Dustville. Yeah, it usually does. I mean, I just don't do it. I'm trying to tell you, like, just keep asking the same questions, and you might go through 20 guys, you may go through 50, you may go through 100, but it's better that you don't get discouraged and that you stay the course because if you continue to level up, I've been leveling up since I've leveled up way more since I was beginning of this year, and I'm continuing to level up. So as I've leveled up, I have attracted higher quality guys, and I just continue to ask the same questions. And I don't know why my child is in there screaming. I don't even know. I'm gonna go check on her. But I don't know what she's doing in there. Just screaming at the TV. But yeah, as you continue to level up, you're gonna attract higher quality men. Just keep leveling up. Level up until you get, you know, what you want. And then after you get what you want, keep leveling up to get more from that particular situation. Why not? But I just don't want you to get discouraged. It is a numbers game. So as long as you stick to a process, you need to hone your process, get the process, get comfortable with the process. And then as you do it, you're going to get however many bootleg offers. But that doesn't mean that if you don't stick to the process, that eventually you're going to get a man that is ready to impress you. The process is key. And I'm trying to think, you might want to think of some like, you guys might want to think of some like upscale things that you can do in your city. I mean, I guess some people are afraid to have dinner. I don't know like what the fear. I just don't understand what the difference between going to meet for dinner and like meeting for a coffee. I don't know. I don't know the difference. I mean, you still have to get up, get dressed. You have to leave your house. You have to go meet this person somewhere. It's pretty much the same process. So you might as well experience something nice. I don't know. Um, maybe the time frame, maybe do appetizers. Or maybe you know what you could do? You could do dessert, maybe. Maybe go for dessert, either like after the lunch hour or slightly after the dinner hour. And that way you can sit down at a table, allow him to pull out your chair. It's just a little bit more formal. He'd have to put effort in. Is he willing to make a reservation? Those kinds of things. So, you know, lunch is also really good and you can have an appointment after. Oh yeah, I love lunch. Lunch for me is a perfect first date. Lunch for me during the week is a perfect first date because they got to go back to work. You got to go back to work. Um, it's a little bit more than coffee, but it's not in the nighttime hours, so you don't have to like decline going to a bar or decline going to a lounge or whatever the case may be. Obviously everybody has stuff to get to if you're meeting in the middle of the day around lunch. Everybody has things to get back to. So that actually lunch is depending on the guy. Yeah, because like my main guy, our first date was lunch, you know. That was our first date and y'all know that it's been good times since then. It's been really fun and he's a sweet guy, So that was our first date. The guy that I'm going out with this weekend, our first date was lunch as well. And then I should have a brunch first date possibly this week. Now, hedge fund guy, uh, I was supposed to go out with him. He never followed up, you know. I really, really, really was rooting for him. Of course, I would love to have a hedge fund guy active on my roster, but I can't make him desire me, you know. I can't. And I went back to the messages and I read them, and he said he would reach out to me by a certain day to confirm on the date. And we were supposed to go out, and he hasn't done it. So I just had to leave it there. I wasn't about to, hey, what about this week? What about such and such day? Aren't we going out? Because that's just very pick me. That would be a very pick me move. And I don't want pick me energy in any of my relationships. So he didn't reach out. I let it be. The day came and went that we were supposed to have a first date, and I am receiving that as he's just not that interested. So those kinds of things happen. Am I going to, like, I'm still going to enjoy my life and continue dating and doing everything I want to do. I'm not going to become a pick me just because someone has a high powered job at a nice company. Like, it doesn't, like, for me, it doesn't work like that. I just leave it be. So there's that. Anyway, that is the quick message that I wanted to drop today. Develop a process, stick to your process, and know that if your process is working, it's going to eliminate a lot of guys. But that if you don't bend, you will also find someone amazing. Okay, just stick to it. If that happens to me, I make a fun plan for myself with a female friend. Well, I just worked actually because it was like in the middle of the day, like on a weekday. So, but yeah, if it's like a evening, then I'll usually go freestyle or meet up with a friend. I don't know. Once you get older, it's hard to meet up with friends. Everybody has kids, everybody has life. Everybody lives far away, so it's hard to meet up with girlfriends on a whim. Usually when we meet up as girlfriends, we plan it like way in advance, so everybody can accommodate their schedules and stuff. So yeah, usually if it's something like that, I would just go out to freestyle or whatever. But if it's during the week, then I will just work. I'll just work. So that's what I did. It makes it easier not to pick up the phone or sit in that pinging energy, pining energy. Yeah, I don't really feel a lot of that energy. I really don't. I really don't. Maybe I'll do a different live about how I've been navigating emotions and feelings because it's like I think once you do start dating someone steady, that becomes more challenging. Um, but I've luckily I've been able to reel it in, reel it in, reel it in every time and just stay focused on what I'm doing and not getting caught up in any fantasies or delusions or future projections and things like that. But it has taken effort on my end to stay in the present moment and to stay focused on what I'm doing. It has taken effort for me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in. All right, bye.